Coach, coming off a weekend, you get the split at home against USC and UCLA. Can you just talk us through what you take from that weekend going into this next week of Pac-12s?
Oh, it was another great weekend. I mean, obviously we're disappointed with the loss on Thursday against USC. You know, we knew going into the game that we had to have a good game plan. I felt like we did. I mean, we at times frustrated that team, and game went back and forth. You know, they had the better of the shots. We had some chances there late, and I was happy with it. I liked the response. I liked how our girls. I challenged them that week to come up with something a little different in how we wanted to defend, and I thought it paid off. Unfortunately, for the result, it didn't, but we learned something there. And then going into Sunday, we knew we had another great opponent, UCLA, and talk about a resilient group of young ladies that bounced back after a hard defeat on Thursday to go up 2-0 and then to go down after halftime after you talk about everything they're going to do, and we come back and give up two and it makes 2-2. So we easily could have folded there after Thursday, did not. And they bounced back and continued to go and scored two more and won a game that we were clearly the better team that day.
And you talk about being able to bounce back not only from the loss, but then that UCLA comes back and ties it up, and you have four different goal scorers. Could you just talk about some of the characteristics of this team that give them the ability to come back from that?
Well, it starts with our leaders at the top. Courtney Gutlein and Bo Bremer and Susie and Kai, our captains, our leaders, but more so with Bo and Courtney being the fifth-year seniors they are. They took the game on their shoulders again. I mean, it's a couple games now for Courtney and Bo to step up in two of the first three big Pac-12 games. Actually, three. Even though we lost to USC, Bo had a big job on Thursday night. So she did it in Arizona State, her and Courtney. They did it again on Thursday, and then it came out Sunday again and pushed us through that result, which was huge.
In your mind, is that the best game in the system so far for your team, UCLA, on Sunday? Was that the best offensive game you guys have had in terms of getting the ball where you wanted and getting the looks that you wanted?
Absolutely. I thought it was one of our better games on a whole, other than that 7-minute span of just sort of letting two go in there. We dictated the play, we controlled the possession, and we had a lot of opportunities in front of the goal. If we can continue to build on that, and UCLA is a fantastic team. I mean, they have a ton of front runners and talent that they're still going to win some ball games here. So to get that result the way we did was big.
Was there something new from your back line? It seemed like they were kind of bringing the ball forward a little bit differently. They were playing really long passes up for your mids and your forwards. Was that something that they kind of excelled in a little bit more on Sunday? Was it kind of a new wrinkle for them?
I mean, not really. I would say it's sort of the game plan. I mean, we knew UCLA with their front four or five. We had to get the real estate on our end of the field. If they managed the game on our end, it could have been a long day because those girls are that dangerous. So we knew that we had to get out in transition. We had to get forward with a purpose. Then I thought when we broke their front four, we could get in and do some stuff because I did feel that as we ran out their back line, as we did, we were going to create some opportunities.
In 2 of your 3 Pac-12 games, if you get out 20 shots, what is the cause of that in terms of, is that midfield losing the possession, defense just stepping back a little bit more than they should, or is that the opponent just getting shot after shot after shot? And are you concerned about how many shots you've been giving up in Pac-12 play or not really?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's good soccer in the Pac-12. These first three teams were rightfully picked in the top 4 or 5 of the table. Whether that holds true, we'll find out. But I would like to be better in our possession to secure the ball a little bit better. But, national team players on all those teams are at some level high-level players that the attack is good for those. So we're going to give up some. I look at it as, yeah, we lost some possession, but I also look at we need Ella to grow. I'm not saying I want Ella to grow by having to deal with shots, but she did her job so far, so I'll take that.
And then this weekend you go to Utah and Colorado, first Pac-12 road swing with 2 games in the same weekend. And you talk about it being difficult to win on the road in the conference and what it takes to win on Sundays. What are you looking for from the team this weekend?
Well, I'm looking forward to results. I mean, I think this past weekend I knew was big for us, and I think this weekend is a huge weekend for us on the road. I mean, I think it's that part of the year teams decide to take a step forward or take a step back. And our plan is to take a step forward, hopefully. So we're preparing that in practice. We're reminding them again how hard winning is. Utah is a great soccer team. They just won 2 games on the road, so they're stepping it up. Colorado had to deal with some injuries, so they're going to be looking to bounce back. So we got our challenges, from both teams, well-coached teams, and we're looking forward to it. We'll be ready to go, but we know we got our hands full again this weekend.
For you, with those 2 games coming up, what's the big thing that the team needs to take away from practice in the next couple days, if there's one thing you can pinpoint for the team?
Continue to manage our possession, and I go back to winning is hard. Do not forget that. Manage your shots, our creativity, and again, this is the part of the year where teams decide to step up or step back. And it's the grind. The weather's changing. Classes are in full gear. Everything's out there for them. So, and we're on the road for our Friday, Sunday. So that's big, but we plan to step in the right direction.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.